just coming, in light of this investigation with the Dolphins, is this idea of putting, a black head coach in the chair in a year that you're, supposedly tanking and, scapegoating them to move on to the coach that you really want. And, I think it's messed up. I mean, it's something that was in that lawsuit about, this idea of the Rooney Rule and bringing in, minorities for interviews and then, potentially hiring them. But if your reason for hiring them is just to, kind of scrap the season and, scapegoat them and, move on to, who you really prefer. I mean, it's just nasty. So I really hope he just makes well on this, even if he just, gets the most out of his guys. I mean, I can't imagine the record's going to be amazing, but in the same sense, like if he can just do a job at like inspiring and doing, a great job with the defense, I think, he could find, maybe a head coaching interview somewhere else if it doesn't work out with the Panthers.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, was it the David Coley, right, got fired too from the Texans? Like, all right, well, we'll put Lovie Smith there, and then we'll see what happens with Lovie Smith now. I feel like, what's this gonna look? It's like a Lovie Smith, like a shut up type of. It's like, yeah, we got another black coach here, so we're not doing anything crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like unfortunate, I think, and it's like. Do you think we're just blind? Like we don't see this shit? Like, come on. It's kind of ridiculous. And then, yeah, I know I mentioned Jason Garrett, like, he's there's a reason why he's not coaching at the moment. He's just doing like broadcasting, I think, and he kind of sucks at that too. So it's like, yeah, he's just not that good of a coach. I don't think so. I don't think there's a lot better coaches out there. It's ridiculous. The Eric Bieniemys of the world. Even I know there's been kind of speculation like, oh, Eric Bieniemy, it's like he just is kind of riding the coattails of Andy Reid, and but it's like, I don't know, there has to be something that he's doing that he's smart enough to know and see, working with Patrick Mahomes and all that. It's like, okay, maybe he does know something a little bit, or Byron Leftwich with like Tom Brady, but then it's like. We see all these chances that we get from some prep kid or some smart looking NBA kid from whatever NFL team. And then they give him a shot. It's like, how do you compare that with like a Byron Leftwich, right? Who, played quarterback in the NFL, is working with Bruce Arians, one of the, better offensive minds in there. So it's not like he's just going to plug in, whatever person in there just to, talk to people, right? Kind of like, similar situation with Andy Reid. It's like, no, they're going to put their, who do they think is the best person in that seat? Because that's their job, that's their career, So, yeah, it's like, why do these people get a shot, but then other people don't get a shot? And how, why is the leash tighter on, black head coaches? It just doesn't make sense to me. So, no.
Yeah, I think Brian Flores was huge for stepping out and risking his entire career, which, we may never see him head coach in the NFL again. And I think a lot of franchise owners are concerned about, him and what he's gone ahead and done, but he's really, carried the flag for other black head coaches or candidates around the league. And, you got to give him a lot of respect for that.
Yeah. And props to like Mike Tomlin too. Like, he asked like Brian Flores, who's coaching for the Steelers right now. But it's like, he asked him, like, are you getting calls? Like, he's trying to help him out with his job search. And it's like, no, he's not getting anything. It's like, all right, I'm just going to make a call here. And like, I think he called like the Rooneys and it's like, hey, I just want to hire Brian Flores. I'm like, all right, sure. Like, that's how hiring ought to be, I feel like, but it just becomes hard. And it's like, yeah, the Steelers are a world-class organization. The Rooney Rule, like, was literally kind of made because of, their initiatives. And it's like, they are they have the most, one of the most successful, I guess, black head coaches out there. But, there's a reason why that they're kind of pushing things forth in that sense. So, props to, I think, the Steelers for that and Mike Tomlin as well.